Okay, boys and girls, this is part one of our clay project where we're going to make our very own owl. So this guy, I've only just made him, so he's still wet, he hasn't been fired and he hasn't been glazed to add the colour, but this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to just put him to the side. You're all going to get a piece of clay and a rolling pin or something to roll with. Now if you see, I always use my centre of my rolling pin to press down rather than the hand. It gives me better control and it will give you better control. So I'm just pushing and I'm going to make sure that I'm going in all directions so I get an even pressure and that my clay has even thickness all around. So you can see how I'm moving my pin around. I want you to do the same. Now there'll come a point where I know that I've got the right thickness. I want it sort of like half an inch, but also I want to make sure that I've got it the right size. So I'll be giving you a circular disc to trace around. So this is about the right size. I can just see this little size is a little bit thick, so I'm just going to do this, pulling back, set my disc down, and then with a tool I'm just going to go round, steady it, and then go round that shape the best that I can. Okay, all the way around, and then all the stuff that I've cut off I'm still going to need to use probably a little bit, who knows, but I'm not going to throw it away yet. I'm just going to pull the excess off, lift the disc. Now you will all get some water. What you need to do is just lift him up so he doesn't stick to the table and wet my fingers, and I'm going to go around the edge. And I'm smoothing the edges because if you fire it without smoothing the edges, it's going to have very sharp edges and it might cut you. We don't want that. We want it nice and smooth. So you see I'm just damp fingers, smooth. Okay, now I'll set him down again. Make sure he's got a nice smooth body. So there's my disc, nice and smooth around. Next thing, I'm going to give you something to make impressions with. I'm actually using a marker top, and I'm going to just sort of like halfway up and in the middle I'm going to make impressions. I'm not pushing all the way through the clay, but I'm making a pattern by impressing this circular cap. And you can do it your own way if you wanted to do it like this. Now this is actually, what I'm doing is actually the chest for the owl. Okay, so you can see how I'm making, I could do it this way. I'm just showing you variation. So you can experiment, and if you don't like it, you can start all over again. This is really cool with the clay. When I've got that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold, use a bit of water, and just fold over one side, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I just want to make sure that my clay is nice and smooth, just to be certain. Okay, now you can start to see that I'm getting this owl shape now. With my tool, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to take just a curve off the top, a bit of a crescent shape, and remove that. I'm going to use a piece of this though. Again, I'm using just dampening my fingers, smoothing the top. Now with my cap again, and this is where I'm going to do the wings, and I'm going to just impression like half semicircles, and as I said before, it's up to you how you want to do it. There'll be other tools as well, and you could draw all sorts of designs if you want to do zigzags, because I did one earlier and I did zigzags, which you'll see. I'm just going to give him some feathered texture. Okay, and there we are. Now with this piece that we just cut off the top, I'm going to take this section off here and I'm going to use that as the beak. Now I'm going to dip it in the water and smooth it, and then I'm going to set him in there. Now still with the tool, nice tool, I'm going to just do a scratch and attach just down the sides, scratch and attach. Okay, so nice and steady, take your time, and what this does is attaches the beak to the body so it won't come off. so it's nicely firmly fixed on, just up there too. Now you can do your eyes however you like. I'm going to do mine, still using this impression with the cap, and then with a fine pointed tool that I've got here, this needle tool, I'm going to put it in the center, and I'm just going to curl it round, give it kind of like a spiral shape. But you guys, you can do your own eyes. You could even, if you wanted to, make little tiny balls. And then the last thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a straw, and not too tight up to the edge, but it's all like a little bit lower down. I'm going to push the straw in, twist it, lift it, and what you should get is a hole, so that when this is fired and glazed, you will have a hole so that you can hang it. And there you go, boys and girls. I'm just going to set that little guy to dry now. Give him a few days to dry, and then what we'll do is we'll glaze him then. And we'll give him about 3 coats of different colours, and then fire him, give him a nice glossy finish. And there you are. Now it's your turn, boys and girls. Let's go and make some art.